Born a catastrophe, the Anti-Monitor doesn't enter stories, he erases them. The Anti-Monitor came from an antimatter universe called Crude. Think of it as a place where light forgot to show up. His creation was triggered by a cosmic science experiment gone wrong, an ill-fated attempt to witness the birth of an existence itself. That misstep fractured reality and spawned two opposites, the benevolent Monitor and his dark twin, the Anti-Monitor, a being made of pure antimatter with a bottomless appetite for destruction. From his earliest moments, the Anti-Monitor's goal was nothing short of universal genocide. He waged war against the positive matter universe and clashed with his counterpart for eons, both ultimately entering a long dormancy after draining each other's power. When a curious scientist unintentionally repeated the original experiment billions of years later, it cracked open the vault holding the Anti-Monitor's fury. Revived and hungrier than ever, he began consuming entire universes to fuel his conquest, a cosmic buffet where the entrees were reality itself. His abilities stretched well beyond the usual villain fare. He mastered reality manipulation, universe absorption, antimatter blasts, and the kind of gravitational presence that bends storylines to his will. He's not merely a threat, he's the embodiment of deletion, and if you hear of his arrival coming, odds are your universe is already past the point of no return. His first major flex was unleashing a wave of antimatter that devoured entire universes, turning vibrant realities into blank slates. He didn't just destroy worlds, he consumed them to grow stronger, like a villainous black hole with ambition. Along the way, he manipulated Harbinger into betraying his mentor, weaponized shadow demons, and orchestrated the death of major heroes, including a Kryptonian powerhouse and a speedster who outran death until he didn't. Even after being defeated in battle that rewrote the very structure of reality, the Anti-Monitor refused to stay buried. His corpse was later used as a centerpiece of a machine designed to reshape the multiverse. Then came his resurrection as Guardian of Fear, leading an army of intergalactic nightmares. This stint ended with him being hurled into deep space by a rage-fueled Superboy Prime. Later, he clawed his way out of imprisonment inside a death-powered battery, fought the living embodiment of death, and then was banished back to his antimatter universe. When the Anti-Monitor shows up, DC's finest don't just brace for impact, they brace for existential collapse. His run-ins with major characters are less of fights and more of cosmic reckonings. He clashed with Superman multiple times, including a showdown where the Man of Steel had to punch him into a star just to stop his reality-erasing rampage. That wasn't just a punch, it was a multiverse-saving haymaker. Supergirl also took him on in a brutal battle that ended with her sacrificing herself to protect existence, proving that even the strongest heroes sometimes pay the ultimate price. Barry Allen's Flash also had one of the most tragic encounters. Captured and used as a living battery, Barry broke free and destroyed the Anti-Monitor's doomsday weapon by running himself into oblivion, literally outrunning death to save the multiverse. The Green Lanterns have also had their fair share of trauma. When the Anti-Monitor became the Guardian of Fear, he led the Sinestro Corps into Coastal City and turned it into a war zone. Lanterns like Sodom Yacht and Kyle Rayner faced him head on. The Guardians themselves had to intervene, and even then, it was barely enough. He also tangled with Darkseid in a clash of cosmic titans. Their battle wasn't just fists and energy blasts, it was a philosophical slugfest between tyranny and annihilation. The Anti-Monitor ultimately killed Darkseid, proving that even gods aren't safe when he's in town. The Anti-Monitor is more than just a cosmic villain with an appetite for annihilation. He's a narrative force designed to test the limits of hope, identity, and sacrifice. His stories are not simply exercises in destruction, they're cautionary tales about unchecked power, obsession with control, and what happens when curiosity becomes catastrophe. Born from a single forbidden glimpse into creation, he is the embodiment of consequences spiraling beyond comprehension. What makes him more terrifying is that every time the Anti-Monitor rises, he forces heroes and entire timelines to confront the fragility of existence. His presence demands unity in the face of oblivion, pushing characters past their limits and often into sacrifice. The deaths of icons, reshaping of universes, and emotional fallout are never just collateral damage. They're the price paid when forces beyond good and evil rewrite the rules of reality. If there's a lesson buried in the antimatter, it's this. Not all battles are won, they're survived, remembered, and used as foundations for rebirth. Our existence is precious, and I think it's something we often take for granted. Take the time to cherish what you have now, because you never know what's lurking in the recesses of dark space.